In this life, we all tend to overload on automation. 1, 2, 3.
Oh, what's up, everybody? Yes, Loud from Maui, episode 23. How are you, everyone out there? Happy New Year 2019 in the house. It was an awesome New Year, Zach Quinn. Did you have fun?
I slept.
You slept. Oh, yeah, you had to work.
I didn't make it. I made it to 11:30. I know Kapua was on nuts, my wife.
Oh, she was pissed off.
Yeah.
It's because you had to work the next day, though, huh?
Yeah, but it's all good. It's all good.
Yeah. I had fun. We stayed up till, of course, way early in the morning, 2:30, or is that late in the evening? Late in the night. And woke up early the next day, had breakfast, enjoyed the rest of this wonderful week. And now tomorrow, everybody have to go back to work. School's going to start. And this is the stretch for spring break until spring break. And then after that, 3 months stretch till summer. So I hope you guys are all ready out there. Yeah, it's been kind of cold too lately. So it's not too bad, huh? For the new year. Not bad at all, huh, Quinn?
Yeah, the last couple nights been like 51.
Yeah.
Like 2 o'clock, I wake up, it's like freezing.
Like I said on the last podcast, we like warm weather. So when it gets lower than 72, your balls shrivel up and your toes get sore.
Perfect for diving though. Like the water's been so clean.
Oh yeah.
The north wind's coming blowing all the soot out. It's so nice. Like in Wale, the southern side, super nice.
Hey, I'd like to apologize for the last podcast. I was listening to that podcast and it almost seemed like we were kind of bored. It was a little bit boring. So I'm sorry, guys, if it was a little bit boring. We're just trying to give you guys some information what was happening on Maui, and it was our first time back after a while. And you know what? Actually, we've been gone for a while this past podcast too, right? We went dark for a little while, but now we're back. We're back. And of course, I would like to start it off with some apologies. First off, I apologize for not shouting out one of these fighters that should have been one of the first names that I shouted out on the last podcast. I shouted out a bunch of fighters from Hawai'i, and I did not shout out this fighter's name. And you know what? He should have been the first guy, Mr. Kendall, the Spider Groves. I can't believe I didn't even I apologize. I can't even believe I did not shout out his name. So anyway, there you go. One of the top fighters from Hawaii.
But did he fight already?
Yeah, he fought that bare knuckle one, and he beat the guy,
yeah.
I believe. And
Let's go look that
that's
up.
pretty intense, man. Bare knuckle fighting, actually, when I was first fighting, when I first fought, we didn't wrap our hands or anything, and we used gloves, but it wasn't like we had to wrap our hands, and the guys came and checked. They just came and said, "Hey, Ed Joy, you here? Yeah, I'm here. Okay, you ready? Yeah. Okay, you're going up pretty soon." That was it. But nowadays, you got to wrap your hands. You have to make sure you got a cup, mouthpiece, take a physical, even weigh-ins. Yeah, you make sure you're on weight, man. That's the hardest thing, is cutting that weight, trying to get down to weight. I saw Kendall tonight, and he looked awesome. Trim, top shape. He's training all the fighters again. He opened up his gym. And doing good. Doing good. Happy New Year. That's the way to start it all off.
He's 29? Or you only 30?
Oh, yeah. All right. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, he looks good.
Yep. Jamming it, man.
What was that in August though, his fight?
I think so.
Okay.
I think he has another one coming up pretty soon.
Oh yeah, bare knuckle fight.
Yeah, bare knuckle fight. Insane. That's insane.
Yeah, he won. This guy Bruce.
Bruce.
Where's he from?
Bruce got beat down. Yeah, he got the Maui punch.
Oh no, he's 35 already, Kendall.
He's 35. He looks like he's 29. He's still looking good. Hey, another shout out to Mr. Joe Rogan. He's on my island, Maui, and he's probably going to go to Lanai to go deer hunting. So I hope you enjoy it here, buddy. You know, go swim in our oceans, enjoy our wonderful island. Just pick up your trash before you leave. Nah, Joe, you got it. Just kidding. Just kidding, man. And some current news right now, from what I seen just now, fire at by the Hotel Wailea. They're currently evacuating people. So I hope Joe is not staying at that hotel, because if not, they're evacuating him right now. As we speak, fire burning, yeah?
It was like right before sunset, like 6:40.
Oh, it was earlier?
Yeah.
Earlier? Oh.
Hotel Wailea.
Yeah, Hotel Wailea. That's the one at the end
What is
of the highway.
Street? I didn't even heard of that.
Looks like a big fire.
I'm gonna look that up right now.
Yeah.
Kalai.
Yeah. I hope somebody didn't start that, or flicked a cigarette out the window by accident, some Nimrod. These things happen all the time where people flick a cigarette out the window and, hey, we renovated that hotel. Yeah, it's a nice hotel. The Hotel Wailea. Yep, so I guess they're evacuating everyone from there because the place is on fire. Yep. Hey, on Facebook, did you see that one where the guy, he does the trust game, and everyone's like, he's standing, he goes up on the table or on the chair, and he closes his eyes, and the guy goes, close your eyes, and he's like, now we're all forming up around you. You're just gonna have to trust this, and we're gonna catch you now, and you just have to just drop yourself. And everyone's like lining up behind him, getting ready to catch him behind him. And the guy, he has his eyes closed, and then he falls forward. Oh, shit. That was hilarious. The trust game, huh? The trust and fall. What is
Oh,
this?
you're talking about an old one, man.
Oh, no, I know. It's an old one, but it's still funny. You watch that thing no matter what, man. You're going to laugh. The guy gets up on the table, and they're like all like behind him, and then he's like, "Okay, trust it, we're gonna catch you," and then he falls forward. Oh, so the reason why I'm saying that is because, when you're drunk, or when you're stoned, you got to be around people you trust, because they'll catch you. You know what I mean? They're gonna make sure you don't fall over and fucking hit your head on the ground or something, right? But you get some friends that just let you fall. Some friends film the shit. And then you look on Facebook, man. I mean, they're laughing, filming the guy falling over. I mean, but and the reason why I'm bringing up being drunk is because for the past couple of episodes I was drunk, having a good time. And for some reason, it seemed like the podcast was a little bit happier, a little bit chippier. And then the last one, we were sober.
He's saying
but the last
me.
one, dude, we were sober. And I think it was like boring.
You know why? We gotta get some people. That's why we gotta get some challenges.
Yeah. And
anybody reach out. I'm gonna DM some guys though.
Hey, but you know what?
I'm gonna slide in.
The reason why I'm talking about that too is because, well, I don't know about you, but when I'm drunk, I become kind of like a happy, crazy drunk. You get the different types of drunks, right? Okay? So when I get drunk, I'm like a happy, crazy kind of drunk. What kind of drunk are you? When you get drunk?
Yeah, just pass out.
Okay, so that's the last of my list right there, is the sleepers. You're a sleeper, man. You're a sleeper.
Yeah, I used to throw up like high school king of the Palu.
Oh,
I remember driving.
You'd be fertilizer boy. You'd
one
fertilize
time
the
I
trees.
was driving right before getting onto PE Lonnie. Puke all over my own windshield.
I'm such a clean freak, dude. That would not happen. My head would be out the window. It'll be alongside of my car, but it'll be on the outside of the car.
I was trying to hold it. I had it in my mouth, and I was trying to swallow.
Oh!
But then I swallowed it. Came
the
right
burn,
back out.
burn the throat. Burn the throat. Ew, damn. Oh, that's horrible.
Oh yeah.
Hey, I had a friend, and he was such a skilled vomiter. He could vomit, and not one drop would get on the carpet. And he'd catch every bit. Like, he'd be sitting on the couch, and he used to drink whiskey and heavy hards like that sometimes, and sometimes you get the coughs, or you start sneezing, or you sneeze too hard and your stomach rolls, and he just, like, his mouth would fill up with puke, and he'd be like, boom, and he'd just run straight for the door. Not one drop would fall on the carpet. Skills. I hate the kind of vomits when you wake up in the middle of the night and you know you're gonna go, man. Like, your stomach's rolling. And you're like trying to sleep. You're like, oh my God, I just want to sleep. But in your mind, it's like, get up, dude, or you're going to have to be cleaning your sheets in the morning. And every time when I get up, I stagger to the toilet. Or sometimes I won't make it, I'll just go out on my deck on the balcony. Where you walk. And that's where I go, man, right down that sidewalk. Bro! But every time afterwards, I feel better. I go to bed, rinse out my mouth.
On the sidewalk.
Yeah, right on the sidewalk, bro.
I know, that's why I'm jealous. I even hear you pissing. I'm like, oh, fuck, I gotta walk downstairs. I'm like, oh, this fucking damn. Like, when I wake up, I gotta piss this way. I'm like, run down.
Run down the stairs.
A couple times, she little bit in the underwear.
Oh!
Coming down.
Too much
Hopefully
information.
cooking.
Hey, everybody dribbles. Everybody dribbles once in a while.
The morning dribbles.
The morning dribs.
I know, like.
As long as you don't squirt. The morning squirts, the ass. When your ass can't hold that, the sphincter can't hold tight enough to hold that back. And that sucker just wants. What's the worst is when you're in that state of mind and that state, and you go to use the bathroom and freaking someone's in there. And you knock on the door. Like, hey. And then you're like, yeah. Are you almost done? Yeah. It's like, oh, come on, man.
I never did experience that before. My whole life growing up, I never had to share the bathroom.
Well, I had 3 brothers and 1 bathroom. So sometimes I wouldn't care. He'd be in the shower. Whichever brother was in the shower, and I had to take a crap, I would freaking sauna that freaking. I would sit there just, bro.
I know, Ed, you must like that seat, because every time you come in over this side.
Oh, yeah. No, because your chair.
No, you go.
No, dude. Okay.
You go on this side and go shower in yours, huh?
No.
Leave up on.
My toilet.
Everybody's
on
good.
my toilet, it's okay. You have the soft foam seat. You know what I'm saying? You have the soft foam seat. So it's not cold. Whereas my seat is that hard porcelain type seat, so like in the middle of the night, late at night, when you sit on that thing, man, it's super cold. Whereas yours is that soft cushion one.
Yeah.
So that one's not
it's
even.
It's all warm.
It's warm, freaking soft. Yeah, it is comfortable. Big difference, dude. Big difference.
Yeah, no, for sure. I was like, this is gonna be good. When I was buying it at Target, this is it.
You got some people that, like me, I get kind of crazy. When I'm drunk, I get kind of crazy. I'm a happy, crazy kind of drunk, I like to do crazy stuff, go adventure, go like, sneak into abandoned buildings at night, that kind of stuff. But then you got other people that like get schizo kind of drunk. You know what I mean? Like, if one time they're this way, but then as soon as they get drunk, they turn into a whole different person. You ever had that type of
yeah, my
encounter?
friend is just like
schizo
that.
drunk? Oh, I hate schizo drunks.
Oh, man. That's growing up. I know all about that.
Like some guys, they'll be like, they're all your friend, and as soon as you get drunk, they're like scrap.
Yeah, they don't even.
They're like
know
scrap
you.
with you. Yeah, it's like, well, why are you fucking?
I remember a couple of times.
Well, no need.
The worst one was my friend and boss my other friend up just because he was going psycho at us. just too much, too much.
Oh,
liquor.
the schizo drunk was getting too crazy and he got licking.
Like, yeah, he
got
fight
bossed
all
out.
the friends,
I know. I hated that, man.
That's the worst, yeah, for sure.
Well, just like, like smokers, stoners, guys who smoke weed, you get certain guys that, if they're stupid regular, when they're stoned, they're very stupid. That's so true, man. I think Eddie Bravo was talking about that. You get stupid people that is just stupid already.
I think that's how I am.
And once they smoke, they get dumber. It's not the weed that makes you dumb. It's just, they're just dumb. Period.
It's just an enhancer, right?
Enhancer, exactly. So you get some people who get creative.
It's a mood.
Yeah, you get some people who's creative. Some people who gets artsy. Right?
Yeah, I feel like, I don't know, like, that's how I feel now. Like, almost every time, it's like a personality switch. Like, a little bit of, like, schizo.
Yeah.
I don't know, that's how I feel almost now. I'm trying to quit, but that nicotine, too, man.
Nicotine is like heroin. It's so hard to quit, man. And I remember I was telling you how to chew on the cigar and, promise yourself that when you're at the end of that sucker, you throw it out. Because I used to smoke cigarettes, too. It is hard. It is hard.
How long was that process, though, from, like, that till you were like, no?
My oldest son being born.
But, like, how long was that?
When I quit.
You were like, were you saying to yourself, I'm gonna quit, and then like hooking back on?
Yeah, okay.
Falling
The
off the
first
wagon,
time, the first time I tried, I lasted maybe about 3 days. The second time I tried, I lasted for almost a week. But this is cold turkey with nothing. And then a friend of mine who quit cigarettes told me that what he did was he got a cigar, right? And then he just he just didn't light it. He just dry smoked it. Like he just acted like he was smoking it and just sucked on it. And he bit that thing down, and I did too. That cigar went down from being like maybe maybe I'd say about 3 inches long. How long is a cigar?
You like eat it?
And you just chew on it.
Spit them out.
Yeah, you just smoke it like you're smoking it, but your saliva it's all soft, and you just start nibbling on it, and then you spit. It's like chewing tobacco in a way.
Did you cut it the first time? Like start it? Did you cut it?
No, you just get it and act like you're smoking it, and just don't light it. But you know what? After about almost a month, I chewed that sucker down to where I had it on a pin. And it was on the pin, and it was like maybe less than 1/4 of an inch. That was it. That was left. And I was nibbling on this thing, and I'm like, what the heck am I doing? Let it go. And I just threw that sucker out the window. Bam, that was it. And, that was what? Back in 94, I think. Yeah, 94 is when I quit. So
yeah, that's when I was born.
Yep. So that's how long it was. That's how long it's been. But you know what? I'm not that type of smoker that when other people are smoking around me, you know what I mean? I don't mind. You know what I'm saying? I don't mind if other people are smoking around me. You got those guys who you got those guys who quit smoking that lose their shit, and then they become totally opposite. I hate people who smoke in public and they become
Can't be a hypocrite.
crazy. I know. I'm like, dude, I used to smoke cigarettes and it's all good.
Oh,
I'm just glad that they don't smoke in planes and in the theaters and in restaurants. Back in the day, it was so funny because they kept saying. What is that sound, man?
Sorry. I'm trying to do this sneak peek. We're trying all kind of stuff.
Oh yeah, not now. Don't do it now, dude. Don't do it now.
Okay, we're good.
Well, back in the days, we you'd go to a restaurant. They'd ask you for, what do you want, smoking or non-smoking? It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if it's smoking or non-smoking. You're still in the same room. But that was just a different mentality at the time. So, but hey. Speaking of smoking, I was talking to a friend of mine, and we were just talking about how I was younger. When I was younger, back in the day, you could get cigarettes from a vending machine. I think it was like $1.75. How much is it for a pack of cigarettes now? What, $12?
Yeah. Like,
if it's more than $12,
good stuff.
That's how much. That's how much a carton used to cost.
Holy shit. Well, I mean though, like. You gotta think relatively though, like now times people get paid a little more.
Yeah, but still.
I know, but
$1.75.
But like I don't know, some guys are doing the equation, and people before, they were making a little bit more than like cost of living. So people in like before millennials, they were saying we're able to get houses a lot easier. You know, save up like throughout their lives. I don't know, you gotta look it up. I forget who wrote that. So like I guess you are right, like stuff is all consumer now. Like the consumer profits more than the customer.
You know, when I was younger, the cigarettes, you could just go get it from a vending machine, like I said. So I was like, what, 14 years old when I first started smoking.
I know, that's what my dad said. He started like that, like
Yeah, you just pull the knob and it would just drop down.
Them. How do you open it though, and then give them to him? The things missing couple packs like that.
No,
or a couple cigarettes.
No, you
Here,
just,
uncle.
No, you buy one for your uncle, or you buy one for yourself. It was only $1.75.
Oh, see, you
and
guys,
then
the old school outsmart me already.
No, and then, you know, the waitress, I used to go to Pukalani Country Club. I'm giving away my secrets already. Pukalani Country Club, when they were there before it burnt down, which is a bummer, but they had in the bar section, a cigarette vending machine. And me and my friends would go in there all the time. And every time the waitress would ask us, you know, hey, what are you guys doing? And we're like, oh, buying cigarettes for my dad or buying cigarettes for my uncle. And she's like, okay. That was it. You know, nothing. But nowadays, they're on it, which is good, too.
Because they never know how bad cigarettes were for you, too.
No, I agree. But, you know...
You know that one movie is funny when she's taking a shot of, like, whiskey, and they're both pregnant?
Yeah.
What is that? A hairspray? What is it set in?
I don't know.
I don't know. It's like the
60s.
The 60s?
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah,
though.
they didn't realize, huh? They didn't know.
Like, it's just a cigarette.
And back then,
people just getting
bourbon or whiskey and stuff used to be to calm them and stuff. Yeah, you know, they used to give that to babies too. When they're teething, they used to rub it on their gums.
Yeah, but that's like minimal. But like when she take like a shot of whiskey.
Yeah, she's pregnant.
Oh my god, that's like fucking
crazy. Well, you're educated now. That's why education is so important, because once you know, you can't go back. You can't act like you don't know. You know what I'm saying? You can't act like, oh, I don't know that what causes cancer in your lungs if you smoke cigarettes. I don't know if it does or not. You know it does. You know that it causes emphysema. You can't act like it doesn't. You know, or you can't act ignorant about the subject. It's like riding a bike. You can't learn how to ride a bike and then act like you don't know how to ride the bike later. Like, it just doesn't work that way. Once you learn it, unless you get some sort of brain disease. You know what I'm saying?
Do you remember the first time you rode a bike?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. It was actually off of a dare. Because we had big wheels. When me and my brother was young, we had big wheels, these little plastic bikes with the big front wheel. And most of the neighborhood kids, they had like green machines and all that. But the poorer kids, like myself, we had big wheels. And so the kids used to always tease us, especially the kids that used to ride around on 2-wheel bikes. 10 speeds, you know, that kind of stuff, or BMX, mongoose was a popular one. And all the kids with the mongoose bikes and the 10 speeds, they were laughing at us one time. And remember I told you I have a little temper, a little bit of a temper. So I couldn't handle, man. These freaking kids was teasing us, and I just lost my shit. So I told one of the kids, what, bro, I can ride your bike. And he's the one with the 10 speed. And he's like, "Wow, you think you can ride my bike?" I said, "Bah, I can ride that bike." But so he's like, "Okay, yeah." And then I was like, "What? He gonna let me ride his bike?" Oh,
gone right there, huh?
But
Straight home.
So we was on top of a hill too, and I just remember, I could just barely drape my leg over the seat side, so I had to lean the bike all the way down so my other foot could touch the ground. And then I remember thinking to myself, how am I going to do this? How am I going to do this? Like, how you're trying to think of something at the time. Like, how am I going to,
You never rode a bike before?
Never rode a 2-wheel bike. This is my first time, dude. On a 10 speed. I remember looking at that big wheel in the front going, oh my God, this wheel is so huge. But then I was thinking, I get him. So I stay over there, boom, boom. And I noticed right before I went, the kid in front of me, he positioned his pedal so that it was up, and I'm a right foot kind of guy, so I positioned my pedal on the right side so it was up. Because 10 speeds, you can roll it backward, yeah? The pedal, the thing can go
Oh, yeah,
backward,
yeah,
right?
'cause the thing-
So I just went zzz, I put him back and I set it right up there. And I seen how the kid kicked off with his left foot and then he just stood up on his right leg and he just went down that hill.
You just
Bruh,
follow, huh?
I did that. And I went down the hill and I was balancing like wobbly. I was a little wobbly, but I was going, boo, down the hill. And I heard everybody, even my brother going, yeah, Ed, oh, you get him. Going down the hill straight, cherry. I never know how to turn. You know, normally you're supposed to just lean the bike. You know what I mean? You don't really turn the wheel. Because if you turn the wheel, you'll endo right over, right? So I was going down the hill. I started picking up speed. And he get the hand brakes, yeah? I pushed the hand brakes. At the same time, I turned the wheel. And I went freaking head over heels. Bam! Right into the sidewalk. Rash.
Flip over.
Flip
kind.
right over, bro. Rash all over my eye, all over my shoulder.
Oh, you hit the curb, though.
No, right on the sidewalk because on push the brake. It's the handbrake, right? It's not foot
Yeah,
brake, it's
yeah.
handbrake. And I went squeeze the brake real quick, too hard, and at the same time I turned the handlebars. When you turn because I was trying to turn because I never like hit one bunch of cars that I was headed down towards. You know, I kind of freaked out because I was going fast, but I was starting going
I
fast.
think you was very fast, huh?
Yeah. I was a little kid. But, you know, when I squeezed those brakes and I ended over, all I saw was sidewalk, 10-speed, sidewalk, sky.
That's so funny, though, you know.
And the
like,
kid was pissed. He came, he grabbed his bike, and he kicked me in my stomach a couple times.
Wow, Ed.
Yeah, sorry.
Shooting at me.
Media. But-
He was all pissed.
But, oh, yeah, he kicked me in my stomach a couple times.
But he beat you up a little bit.
But he didn't beat me up. I was hurting. But my head
What,
was...
that wasn't your
My
friend?
head was
That's
so
why.
sore that I never cared. No, these are punks, bro. Punks.
It's so funny, though. Same thing happened to me. It wasn't my first time riding on bike, though. I didn't ride bike before. But same thing. I was going down the hill. I pressed the left hand out of the top.
Yeah.
Oh, I was going so fast. Front flip over. Was my friend's birthday party. He just got the bike for his gift, bro. Like brand new.
Oh.
He didn't ride him one time. And he's like, "Oh, you like try?" I was like, "Oh, shoots." Or I never know. It wasn't the kind of spin brake like.
Oh, it was
like
foot
that.
brake. Yeah.
No, it was the kind handlebar brake. I never did ride that before.
Oh, the
I had
thing
the
back
back
paddle.
brake, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, so you try to press brakes with the foot and you
Ooh, same thing.
Zzz.
Front flip
Endo.
right over. Almost land him. Yeah, but
yeah.
But yeah. Rip his seat, bro. Brand new bike.
Oh, peace off.
He was all cool though.
That's your friend, of
My
course.
good friend, bro.
Oh, anyway, okay. Let me get back to the subject, bro.
Okay, yeah,
the
yeah.
reason why
Let's go.
we were off, bro, on bikes and all kinds of stuff. No, okay. The reason why I brought that up is because when I was young, I was able to get my license when I was 14. I was able to smoke cigarettes when I was 14. I you know what I mean? It was a lot easier to do all those things. Now the restrictions is so tight, so hard that kids are starting to. I believe that, you know, when you restrict them too much and then when you allow it to them later in life, they go so crazy that they end up messing up. Does that make sense? You know, so like drinking age, for example. You know, a lot of kids, and I agree with the drinking age actually, because 21, you know, a lot of kids, they're too young to be drunk. But
then for me,
But-
they should change going into war to 21 then.
exactly.
Either or.
There you go. That's one of the issues right there. And also I believe that when they learn, like, for example, driving, when I was young, I got my license when I was young, 15.
Yeah.
You know, and by the time I became 18, by the time I became 21, I was a very good driver. And all my friends that got their license early when we were younger, they were all good drivers. You know what? Honestly, I don't remember any friend getting into a accident on the highway or a collision. The only friends I got into accidents was like one of my friends. He was doing donuts in one field and he would hit the pole.
Right, it's
But you know what I
good
mean?
if you had a car back then, huh?
Well, my first car was actually a International Scout, and it was one of those standard. It was a standard one. So, but I learned how to drive standard when I was 15 years old. You know, I believe that because now they have what? You have to take driving classes. Screw that. That's lame. And it's like $800 to $1,000, I think. I mean, it's expensive, right?
I went to the school though. It's free.
Well, it's free, but if you look,
If you get in, I guess.
yeah, if you get in, but I mean, even that, you got to go on a waiting list. A lot of kids don't get their license till 18, and getting into bad accidents when they're like 19, 20.
Yeah,
Because they're not used to it.
But like you said though, like get million people on the road right now, and our roads are built for like what, 300,000 people.
Yeah, yeah. We were just on Kauai,
Crazy.
and their roads is not meant for big population, and it's starting to build out there.
Oh wow.
You're right, right. It's starting to build, and it's getting crazy. It's getting crazy. But you know, I mean, just having the kids not being able to drive until they're older, to me, is more of a risk than having young kids driving around. And you know, you get your license at 15. By the time you're 16, you're doing so much errands for your parents. You're sick of driving already. You know, I know I was sick of driving when I was 16. My mom was like, Ed, you got to go take your brother to this, or you got to go to the store and pick up that. I'm like, oh my God, I got to drive again.
That's true though. Like how you said though, too much restrictions. Like these younger kids can't even like take care of themselves too much.
Oh yeah. Yep, yeah. You know, like there's other kids that like don't eat McDonald's all their life when they're young, and then when they get older, or eat candy or watch TV, and when they get older, they go freaking crazy. You know, they lose it.
I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, so I mean, I just thinking about that, you know, if they can go to war, they can drink, they can smoke. What you think? Yeah?
For sure, dude.
For sure. But you know, the best thing is not go to war. And there you go. Hey, for entertainment, we were just on Kauai, where they were filming that new spin-off of Fast and Furious with The Rock, called I believe it's called Hobbs and Shaw, and it's a spin-off of the Fast and Furious series. So I guess they're wrapping up on Kauai, filming that and doing awesome. Yeah. And some other stuff in entertainment. Oh, Jumanji 2. They're planning the filming of Jumanji 2. And Glass. Don't forget to watch Glass, everyone. They've been promoting it. It's all over Facebook. It's part 3 of the M. Night Shyamalan trilogy. Watch it. It's going to be good. What else? We're running low on time, guys. That's why I'm starting to rush this. I'm sorry.
I'm pretty excited for Jumanji.
Yeah, Jumanji Part 2 sounds good, yeah?
Hopefully Jack Black is still in it.
Yeah, I think they're going to use a whole new cast. I think it's going to be a whole new cast, yeah.
The skate park is actually open now, right?
Oh, Pukalani Skate Park is actually open, yep. And the kids are just loving it.
Rip it up.
Every time I go by, it looks pretty packed all the time. But the pool is closed. So they opened the skate park, but they closed the pool. Other things. Hey, UFC, John Jones they're trying to work it out, scheduled to fight Anthony Smith. So for the light heavyweight title. And also in the works, Usman versus Tyron Woodley. And I think that's all in the same card. So that looks like a good one. That's for welterweight title. And of course, Ben Askren, Mr. Woodley's good friend, is going to fight Robbie Lawler, I think, on that same card. And, you know, win or lose, everybody on these cards right here, I think they have a plan. And they're all like, it's like a big soap opera thing with the fighters right now, you know? Because someone's calling out this guy, and this guy's calling out that guy. Ben Askren's calling all of them out. And it's really interesting. I think if Usman beats Woodley, Woodley's going to move up to the middleweight division, or the next division. I don't know if it's middleweight. He's going to go to the heavier division. How's that? And that way, Ben Askren can take that whole division, that welterweight division, because Ben Askren is going to be the future champ, I believe. He's like a bigger Khabib, and he's undefeated. So with a record like that, you can't deny, right? You know what, everybody? We're coming up on almost 35 minutes.
Sorry, Ed. We should do another one tomorrow. We're gonna pump out.
No. We can't make promises we can't keep.
I know we keep talking that.
Yeah, we keep
smack,
talking
I
that
know.
smack. Yep, and everybody's like,
Was
whatever.
Ed's fault though?
Ah!
Was Ed's fault?
I know, I was on Kauai.
We should.
I left.
Next
And
one, that's what we'll start off with is your trip.
Oh, yeah, that was an interesting trip. Hey, speaking of which, one of the reasons why I was there is to see one of my good friends, KL. Happy birthday, buddy. His birthday, it was fun. We was up at the cabins.
What?
Got down to like 45 degrees.
January?
Koke'e, I believe is the name of the cabins. So,
January?
yeah, tomorrow.
Oh, tomorrow.
Yeah, tomorrow. It was an early type celebration, so.
All right, I'll shout out Corey. Corey was on our podcast. He was on the 3rd.
Yeah,
With
Corey.
Joe King.
Yeah, it was his birthday too.
And the fish.
Yeah, Corey was out there. That was his birthday on New Year's Day. And
Oh, yeah, his is the 1st. Joe's is the 3rd, huh?
oh
Yeah.
yeah, I don't know. I don't know what you're talking about there. But yeah, Corey is on New Year's Day. But remember, we was talking about that in the other podcast, having a birthday on a holiday. And I asked him about that, and he said, yeah, it is true. It is kind of hard because, they're all into the holiday that they forget it's your birthday. So there you go. So, hi, Quinn. You ready to end this, buddy?
Yeah, dude.
Okay. So, hey, everybody. You can listen to us. You can listen to us on any social media, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube. Go to YouTube, like and subscribe. Facebook, share. Hey, we love you. From Maui to you, all over the world. This is Ed and Quinn. Aloha and ahui ho. Shoots like that.